To get started with validate field, I have already used the predefined function called validate field, which is provided in the ClientScript type, which is also one of the entry point for the ClientScript. This validate field usually gets triggered when you enter some field value and then you tab off. The moment you tab off, validate field will get triggered. So the name itself suggests that this will be used for validating. This validate field has one argument or parameter which is being accepted, and this parameter is kind of, I would say, object, which has reference to the current record on which the deployment is being done, and it can access the sublist ID, field ID, line number, and the column number also. It also returns return true if field is valid. Let's say if you are making some kind of validation in a field, and if you are satisfied with that validation, you're gonna return true. So if you are not satisfied with the validation, if you feel the field value is something wrong, you can return false. So that user will make sure he corrects that value, and once the value is correct, based on your validation, you can return true. Now if I just scroll down to make sure only validate field function gets triggered, I have commented out all other functions. So only right now I have validate field. To make the things faster, I have already uploaded this code. So if I go to scripts tab, I can see it is being referred to validate field function and no other entry points has been checked. I have already deployed on sales order, and this is the deployment. I'll just navigate to transaction sales, and then I will click enter sales order to test this. I'll click function F12. So I am in the console mode. So if you arrive in the elements page, I would suggest you to click on this console. And then now I'm gonna change some value or add some value to this memo, and I'll tab off, and I can see validate field has been triggered now. So in the same way, right now if you see in our code, we do not have any kind of condition that this validate field should trigger only for some specific fields. So even if I select sales rep and I select some value, validate field will get triggered. And if I change the PO number or I just tab off on the PO number, the validate field gets triggered. Now let's say I'm not going to change anything, I'll just tab off. Let's quickly add a small condition which says on memo field, I want to make sure. So let's say if script context.field ID is equal to memo, I want this validate field to get triggered. And on top of that, I want to make sure the value which being entered on memo field should be equal to UI. I'm going to use the script context.current record. Let's say I'm going to get the value of memo field. Now you can ask me, how did you come up with this current record.getValue function? So in order to answer that, I will just go to help center and I will search for, and I can see the first result. If I just scroll down, let's say current record module members, and I will search for get value. I can see there is a function called as get value, which can be used to get the value of a field. By default, the ClientScript validate field function has access to the current record. So that is the reason I have not declared any module in my define. So in order to know the memo value, I'm going to do console.log. Let's say if this memo value is equal to UI, I will say return true, else I would return false. Until the user enters memo value as UI, I won't allow the user to enter any other field values. I will upload this code to NetSuite directly from Visual Studio Code. The next thing is to test this transactions, sales, enter sales order. So according to our condition, this validate field should get triggered only on memo field, and the value should be UI. Then only it will be success. I mean the validation is success, else the validation will be failed. So if I go to memo, and I also open my console on the other hand. So if I just type UI and click tab off, so I can see validate field has been triggered and the memo value is UI. So let me clear one more time. So right now memo value is UI. Let me click tab off. I can see validate field triggered and the memo value is UI. Let's say instead of UI, I will provide UX. And if I tab off, I can see that memo value is being gathered, but I cannot proceed further. If you see, the moment I click tab off, it still stays, the mic cursor still stays in the memo field itself. It's not allowing me to go further. So the validation is being happening. So if I change it back to UI and if I tab off, it's going to the next field. So which means this kind of validations can be done not only on body level, even you can do it on the sublist level, since we have access to sublist ID and the field ID of sublists